zero-gravity cave, and the suspicious of all was the crooked house. That must be it. Brosum Prickett was especially strict about forbidding anyone from entering this area. But there's nothing in this place. It's just as I thought. This place isn't a mystery spot at all. This log cabin didn't decide to become crooked over its lifetime. It was built exactly this way from the very beginning. What? But why do that? By hiding something within another product of nature. The aim was to make sure that people kept their distance. There it is. Hey, Angel. There's no telling what might happen down there. Stay close by at all times. I bet this is meant to prevent intruders. If this were just a cellar, there would be no need to construct it so deep. Not putting lamps on the stairway is also absurd. By instilling a sense of fear and anxiety, the aim is to deter people from heading further inside this place. To put it the other way around, it speaks to the fact that venturing inside is unadvisable. We're here. A dungeon? Instructor, who are these people? Judging from their clothing, they're likely residents of Shangarta. Moreover, those aren't regular old corpses. Huh? Lugaru. As you should know, humans affected by the night gene factor, who weren't able to fully transform, would be Lenkenthropes. I would say that those particular corpses are failed Lugaru. Just look at that man's arm. That's the man who... Illness my ass. The thing raging around this town is not some kind of rare disease. All the residents here are being used for some sort of experimentation. The Marquis is starting to look pretty suspicious to me. You mean Marquis Brosum? The specimens he professed as diseased were likely carried here to be hidden from view, and then used in his experiments. I suppose that's why he deliberately increased the number of mystery spots.
How half-hearted? It's not enough. Show me some blood. Kill them. Go on and kill them.
Hey, Angel, are you listening?
It's that voice! Oh no! Something is about to start!
Hey, Angel!
Why do I know where the next incident is going to take place?
They say someone's been attacked again. This time it was a school kid. Yeah.
You scared me there, Director.
Lady Melina, where have you been till now?
Why? Why did this happen?
Ellie! Hang in there for me, Ellie! She's still breathing. What a great relief. But Ellie isn't wounded. So where's the blood coming from?
Rosalie, why did you have to die? Why was it that you had to be murdered? This should not have happened. You deserve so much better.
Instructor Rossetti has been killed? What's going on here?
We rushed directly over here after being notified, but arrived to the same scene that you did. Lady Melita, you didn't take part in the training session either, correct?
That's correct.
It would seem Elise noticed your absence, became concerned, and then headed back here.
Ellie did that?
It's probable that Instructor Rossetti then accompanied her. So long as she chaperoned, I gave my tacit approval, but it turned out to be most careless of me. There are signs that Instructor Rossetti put up a fight. Assuming she was overpowered and wrestled to the floor, the culprit is not an average one.
Must be that man!
Huh?
I bet he's a soldier! Hail the townsfolk for me! It's that man in military uniform and black hair! He's the guy who must have killed Rossetti! I want you to drag him before me as soon as possible!
Marquis Brosem!
I feel that my daughter's soul is still here with us. I'll attempt to bring her back.
Marquis, is it right to handle the lady so roughly?
What the hell would some school kid know? I'm a man who has been called a sage before. I shall overcome even the state between life and death.
Soundly defeating a paladin and the career marquis at the same time, huh? There aren't too many people around here that are able to pull that task off.
Please, excuse me, Instructor Lacqua. But if you don't mind, could you give me a little time alone with my cousin Ellie?
Well, in any case, we won't be able to leave this town. Not until the lightning outside decides to subside. There can be no more jumping the gun and acting rashly.
I'm sorry, Ellie. If I hadn't gone off on my own like that, you never would have gone and gotten yourself wrapped up in that dreadful incident.
Lita, listen to me. There's something I want to tell you about.
Ellie, back then, what was it that you wanted to tell me? Right now, I'm weak, so lend me all your strength.
Get that student!
The beautiful Batman! What? Melita, you need to get out of this place. What's going on, Shenpa? Did something just happen? This time Marquis Brosem was attacked. The culprit wounded the Marquis. Then they stole and made off with Rossetti's corpse. At the scene, there were some flames of blue mana left behind. Our director is no longer capable of being able to stand up for your instructor.
She's in there! That blonde student! Open up!
Come on, child! What's going on? The townspeople now know. They've all become aware of your connection to Instructor Kufa. They are saying that if they take you, they will be able to lure out the culprit.
Let's break down the door!
You need to make a run for it, Melita! Go on, now! Okay! I can hear it. The sound of water.
Wandering off? Have you grown too tired of the lecture?
Instructor.
You two!
Huh?
You must stay away from there!
Why?
This area is a mystery spot. Conventional wisdom does not apply.
I now know based on my investigation with Instructor Lacqua. Mystery spots include more than just places affected by magnetic fields. Besides, Instructor was keeping me away from this boulder in particular. Mystery spot? I think not. There's definitely some trickery at play here. A spider web? Is that Marquis Brosum's actual signature? And here too. And here. And here. The writing regards research on the night gene factor and its extraction and transplantation. This book explains in depth, from Lycanthropes, the basis of the
Because the night gene factor must first be extracted, then infect humans with it. In theory, it should be possible. However, there can be no expectation that such a dreadful experiment will succeed. In fact, 7 years ago, I failed to control the night gene factor.
I can sense it. Someone new has crept inside my old haunt. I currently lack the sense of sight. Who the hell are you?
I'm a young paladin girl named Melita Angel. Now what about you then? Show yourself and let me see you!
You're a paladin? I see then. You'll make for a very useful specimen in the experiments. A bright idea just occurred to me.
And what's that? Instructor Rossetti? You're still alive! I want it. I want blood. Give me your blood, little girl. Her mana is blue.
See this? This is the mana of the guilty culprit.
Lita, someone has been attacked by that blue-flamed criminal. Instructor Rossetti, were all of these attacks you were doing from the very beginning?
Now drink. This time suck the very life out of your prey. Present me with the sweet smell of blood. His pupils shall be the first sacrifice.
Instructor!
Snap out of it! Focus!
So you've shown yourself, I see.
No! Rose, please! No! Stop it! Rose, you're not an inhabitant of darkness. All of your memories spent as a human should act now to constrain yourself. Remember all the people who love you.
It's futile. There's no defying 7 years worth of thirst. Now all you can do is sit back and watch the sight of that woman falling under my control.
Instructor? What's with your different appearance?
Don't move.
But what will happen if I do move? Instructor, what are you?
Milady, I will now completely freeze any recollection you have of me within your memories, and confine it deep down in your heart. Using my anima, such a thing is within my power. There will be no pain or after effects. It will be like reverting back to the day we met. We will, Milady, I will not stray away from being your private tutor.
Instructor!
No one has ever accepted me when I look like this. It terrifies me too much the way you are looking scared at me right now. Please forgive me, milady. This isn't about my duty or mission, but only my own ego.
Instructor, no matter how the rest of the world may view your appearance, I alone will always be by your side. So please, just believe in me, Instructor. Especially when I say that I'll always believe in you. Your white hair, your ears, your translucent skin. I think they're all lovely. Like this. I admire you to the point that I must kiss you.
Milady, why did you do that? What do you think you're doing?
You're the one who pinned me down on the ground, Instructor.
But I am nothing like you. I was born and raised in the barbarous land of eternal night.
Instructor?
Milady, I'm half lycanthrope, which is to say that I'm your natural enemy.
Not bad. I think I'll make this a staple of my diet.
The children. The children are... This is why I put an end to it. There's no way such a dreadful experiment could succeed.
Shut up! It is indeed true we failed to control the 19 factor. However, your beloved emitted the miasma and continues to live on. Isn't that right? From now on, Lungaru will occur frequently in this land. That simply means you will have a periodic supply of new test subjects.
A dead body did what?
A half-vampire, huh? I failed to notice earlier. It's impressive that you managed to mix in amongst all the church children.
Sorry. Rose?
So you intend to make her into one of your vampire kin? But by doing so, that girl will be plagued with an urge to suck blood. She'll be reduced to a monster who feasts on humans.
Kill it! know you were Testament class.
You've got some nerve wounding me like that, mana user. But I found the next thing to experiment with. Mana. And you shall be the first sacrifice. I can't say. I'm blind.
So long! Burn in hell! I think my days in the field may be over. Just what are you trying to do? Huh, kid?
Letting her memories rest.
Why is that?
If she forgets all about me, she'll also forget that she's kin. By doing this, she won't suffer from a thirst for any blood. I have a favor to ask. Can you at least let Rose go? I assume you're a soldier of Flandor, am I right?
Sooner or later, that girl will regain her awareness that she is kin. And there's no guarantee she won't attack humans.
I will keep an eye on her. And in exchange, I'll become your subordinate and pledge loyalty.
If I take you up on that which you offer, you must vow to never unseal her memories. That girl can never again remember who you once were to her.
I'm fine with that.
She won't be grateful to you. She won't pay you any thought. You must see you'll be all alone, remaining frozen as you merely gaze at her from afar.
I'm prepared for that.
But how could you do that?
Because I want her to be happy.
Brother, why did...
You'll be all right, okay? I'll always be watching over you, Rose. So go on and rest easy.
As things stand, there's nowhere in Flandor that would accept a half-human, half-lycanthrope. If my lineage came to light, I'd likely be executed.
Are you serious?
Can you promise, milady, to never let it slip about what we've just discussed? It's a promise now. If you aren't able to keep it, I'll do this, and I'll eliminate you quickly.
Oh my! I got it. I'll keep the secret till I die.
Very good, then. The issue now is Rossetti. Someone is trying to pry open the door behind which I sealed all of her memories of me.
Do you mean the lycanthrope whose voice I heard earlier?
That's right. The one responsible for sowing the seeds of a nightmare in Shangarta 7 years ago. Nakwa. To think he somehow managed to survive. I believe he has partnered up with Marquis Brosum in what I think is a bid to secure a large number of followers to act as his military force. Toward that end, they chose a fiancé for Rossetti, in hopes of growing the family tree of mana users in town.
That's why they brought Instructor Rossetti here?
Correct. And then, when Rossetti draws out her power, my true nature ends up getting dragged out with it too. So showing my face means that I'm taking a dangerous risk. If that wasn't so, I never would have left you alone, milady.
Instructor... It's just... the way he's hurt Instructor Rossetti and Elian is now causing you so much pain and distress. It's infuriating!
I feel the same way about it. There is, however, one scheme capable of laying waste to all his greedy ambitions.
So what's the problem then?
It's not something I can do on my own. So then, milady, will you allow me to entrust you with my own life?
Instructor, don't you know by now that my life is bound together with yours?
That Sir Brosum for you. To think he healed Lady Rossetti despite her being injured so gravely.
Don't you think something's a bit off with Instructor Rossetti?
I wonder if it's because she hasn't made a full recovery yet.
Now, pledge your loyalty as a man and...
No! Put a stop to the wedding!
Who the hell are you?
Instructor Rossetti, I'm not about to let you back out of our competition! If you're to get married, then please acknowledge it right now! When it comes to love for Instructor Koopa, yours is no match for mine!
Hey, Rose.
Instructor Rossetti, just so you know, my instructor and I have kissed twice already! That damn hellish instructor. Kiss? Instructor Rossetti! If you know what's good, don't do anything to upset Ellie and I more than you already have! You kissed each other? I haven't been able to do that! There's no way I can just let this slide! I had a feeling the time would come when I'd have to settle things with you, Melita! Fine with me! I'm about to show you the strong bond between mentor and apprentice! Which of us is worthy of standing by Instructor Koopa's side? And which one of us has the stronger feelings for Koopa? You're on! You're on! Focus! Finish! Phantom Blade! Pledging Divine Power! Was her attack overly weak?
Too hot!
You're going to die if you don't fight!
You've done it now, Melita Angel.
The one truly responsible for attacking the children is that lycanthrope right there!
A lycanthrope? No way! This bastard caused those incidents?
It seems I might have greatly underestimated you, Melita Angel. I am most delighted to see you. My name is Nakwa. I am a lycanthrope and an arachne.
Take him down! Not so fast!
Why are you looking so courageous all of a sudden? Have you finally remembered?
I do! I remember what happened! I recall everything you forced me to do! No, a lady.
This time, suck some blood.
No!
You're thirsty, are you not?
No! Lady Elise.
In that case, die, bitch!
It was you back then! You were behind the accident that occurred when I was a child!
So you remember that now. Having hindered all of my plans, you leave me no choice. As such a powerful mana user, I'll have you provide me with your flesh alone.
Get away from my sister!
Koopa!
Ice King.
Awaken, Rose. Now, Rose, let's kill that bastard.
All right.
Do you think you can kill me? I'm an Arachne, one of the Grand Lords who rule over the Night World. many rocky tracks? Oh. Damn it! I can't move! It's futile. Given I possess the ability to break apart, you can't fully annihilate me.
So he'll just rise again?
This is different than 7 years ago.
Reduce every last one to ashes! Phantom Blade, Legend Divine, Power!
You knew? This was your plan all along, wasn't it?
Maybe so. And now our intertwined fate ends here.
Wait. Stop it!
I remember everything now.
I can see.
About you, Koopa. About back then. All of it. I've wanted to see you.
Come, Rose. I'm going to seal up your memories again now.
Please don't. I don't want that.
In exchange for sealing off your awareness of being kin, you can remain in the public eye. It's... Rose, that's the pact I had to make with my guild. Please understand that.
But I just want to live alongside you.
It's very cold over here. I want you to look to the sun and smile, Rose.
I don't want to forget about you.
It'll be all right. I'll always be by your side, keeping watch. Forever and always.
Big brother.
So now, please go on and rest easy.
My Carmilla. What can I possibly do to bring you back now?
You know, you never once let me into this room, did you?
Are you?
Is this woman here your wife, Marquis? She has begun to turn into a lycanthrope. And so you used Nakwa's abilities to stop the process. Saving her was part of the deal. By aiding along with Nakwa, wasn't it?
What else could I possibly do? If I hadn't had Nakwa lend me his power, there was nothing I could have done.
Do you remember a long time ago, Marquis? As a young boy, when my mother and I were persecuted in this town, and it seemed like we would die in the gutter, you welcomed us and took us into the safety of your church. And you attended my mother on her deathbed, and then gave me a new family after I was orphaned.
That was all just me acting on an impulse.
Here. This is a drug that returns a partial lycanthrope back to being fully human. This will be the only time that I will show you filial piety.
Carmilla, my beloved. Oh, Carmilla.
Farewell, Father.
rare illness in town, right?
I also hear his wife will take over looking after the church and children. I'm glad you finally came around and woke back up.
I wasn't about to leave you on your own, Lita.
What's that supposed to mean? You say that like I can't stand being alone.
Am I wrong?
Maybe you're right about that, Ellie. I've come to realize something lately. I can't achieve anything all by myself.
Lita, did something important happen while I was asleep?
Nothing all that major happened to me.
You liar. I'm gonna tickle you till you say it.
Out! I'll tickle you back!
For some reason, my memory of my time spent in town is pretty obscure.
I don't think you need to remember it all. Don't try to force the thoughts.
Yeah, right.
Are you sure you're okay with not staying there a bit longer?
It's fine. Even though Papa may not be around anymore, Mom came back. Besides, I have my own job to take care of.
Is that right? I thought staying home and living a laid-back life was the option you preferred to have.
To be honest, I have never told anyone about this. But I had a goal in mind when I decided to join Crest Legion.
A goal?
There's someone I want to see. When I was a little girl, I feel like they were always by my side. But now I can't seem to remember either their name or face. Getting to the point, my plan's to become famous. If I can do great things as part of Crest Legion and become known to people all over, then
the other person will find you instead.
You got it, Koopa.
Instructor?
Huh?
What are you doing here? No fair! The seat next to Koopa is where I belong!
And why is that, Instructor Rossetti? I thought you were done pretending to be lovers for now. But... Besides, my instructor and I have the sort of bond which we've already kissed.
Yeah, now that you bring it up, what is the deal with that?
Can someone explain the characteristics of the 8 basic classes and their superiority and inferiority from a strategic perspective? Well then, Melita Angel. Okay. When used most effectively, the Samurai class, which is known for its superb agility, can achieve a 3-way deadlock when facing the Fencer class, which excels in defense, and the Gladiator class with its superior strength. On the
Lady
other hand,
Melita has been displaying remarkable growth as of late. To the point that it's far exceeded my expectations, in fact.
this book was quite interesting. So if you'd like, I'll make an exception and lend it to you. Thank you! In exchange, I'll lend you one of my books, too.
However, the fact remains there are many people who aren't pleased about the rapid progress.
Nearly the end of the school year. The day third-year students leave this academy and head out into the world is fast approaching. However, there is a major event before that. It is the Vibria Goat Librarian Certification Exam.
What is the Vibria Goat exam?
It's the general name for the massive labyrinth that lies within the central part of Flandor. If you must picture it, the place is best imagined as a kind of library. From books of ancient times, when the sun and moon were still present, to reproductions of letters and confidential documents. It contains all kinds of texts totaling more than several hundred million.
That's amazing!
So the ones who dig up all of those texts are Vibria Goat librarians? Is that right?
Exactly! The certification is rather difficult, and also dangerous.
Rest easy, you two. Only second-year students and up take it.
Melita? Elise? Do you by chance feel like taking part in this year's exam?
With all respect, Headmistress, the young ladies are still first-year students.
But you two were this year's represented cadets in the Luna Lumiere selection tournament. To convince all that were involved, I want to prove that you two, although first-year students with the Academy, were indeed worthy of being Luna Lumiere cadets. I am not concerned whether you pass the exam. If you would be willing to stroll around the relatively risk-free first layer, that would be enough.
The opportunity for it came during the Luna Lumiere selection tournament. I was able to examine the mana of all the students present. And, compared to Elise Angel, I determined the mana Melita carries within her is not only different, but individually unique. This is of grave concern. Lady Melita Angel, despite her lineage from a Knight Duke house, carries mana that is different from that of a paladin. In conclusion, as for what that means...
It means the rumors were true! That incompetent, talented girl is not a child of House Angel!
Her mother truly did have an outside affair!
Utterly immoral.
I've had my suspicions for quite some time. Now the entire nobility's prestige is affected by this scandal.
I believe that the secret of this incompetent, talented girl should be disclosed to all the people of Flandor.
I couldn't agree more.
Same.
Good judgment is to be expected of Duke Shixal, Flandor's pride and a hero.
I had a feeling you would all be in agreement with this decision. The question is how to bring it to light in a manner such that the masses are convinced of the girl's lack of heritage.
I know a great way to do that. We should produce a little show for all to see. This calls for one of the assets of Vibria Goat, the magical text called Anders Codex. In it, we will chronicle in detail the events in the area as they occur. Using this book to record, we shall make Melita Angel's obvious blunders known throughout the world.
Excellent. For the sake of all the people of Flandor, I shall become the sword that brings about a revolution. Now then, this will open the show that shall expose the deceit that has grown in House Angel. Is something the matter, Salacha?
Hey, big brother. Is what you're doing here really what's going to be best for Melita?
Listen, Salacha. This needs to be done by somebody eventually. Right now in Flandor, there are many machinations swirling around concerning Melita Angel. In such a harsh environment, making her continue to fight on would not be to her benefit. And so as a reprieve, we need to put an end to all that suffering.
I see. I guess you might just be right.
I almost forgot. Here's a good luck charm.
What's this?
It's a bequest from someone who was said to have been a great librarian at Vibria Goat. It's called Alternate Fountain Pen. I'm sure it will lend you courage.
Thank you. Excuse me, who the hell are you?
There's quite a fuss going on over there.
Hold on! By no means am I the least bit suspicious. I've simply come to see my daughter.
Daughter?
That's right! I'm telling the truth. Surely she's around here somewhere. Oh! I found you! I've been wanting to see you, Melita! My daughter! Helgus! That guy's a fiend! He tore to shreds our close ties to each other and stole away the fruit of the union I had! Ah, Melita! You must have endured such hardship!
Who are you?
Pleased to meet you. I'm your papa. Now, let me get a better look at your face. Stop right there! My daughter, Melita. I was happy to see you even for just a moment. But that violent boyfriend of yours troubles me greatly.
On a night of the 13th month, the false soldiers will come crawling out. The golden fledgling is sought at the altar. One cannot dance with only one shoe. I would like to apologize about touching you like that.
Instructor, were you thinking about what happened at school this morning?
So it seems you could tell that about me. The day I inspected your mana like this for the first time, we talked about it, am I correct? About how someone who starts unsavory rumors about you will surely appear? And it seems to me that someone's trying to impair the dignity of your house.
I believe that the man from this morning has no sort of connection to me as well as my mother.
I'm also of the same mind. However, I believe the enemy likely has more tricks in store for you.
Instructor, is there anything I can do to try and stop them?
I do, milady. I have an idea. I would like to present you an exam.
An exam?
I will have you take the Vibria Goat Librarian exam, and you will pass it.
Instructor? But isn't it supposed to be really hard and dangerous to pass?
It's the perfect stage to make them all recognize how ready you are. Both the public and your enemies.
But if I'm unable to pass the exam to your satisfaction, what will happen afterwards? Instructor, will you end up leaving this mansion and not coming back?
Let me see. I would see to it that you would receive some punishment.
Punishment? What kind exactly? That's a bit frightening.
That's a secret for now. So you've got to promise to try and push forward without being scared, okay?
That's terrible. You're being mean, instructor. So if I do pass the exam to your liking, then will you at least give me a reward?
A reward?
Well, of course. I mean...
I look forward to seeing what selfish request you're going to trouble me with.
I appreciate you coming along with me on this, Ellie.
Well, you are the leader of our unit. I'm excited to go on a quest with you.
Let's definitely pass the exam, okay?
Hey, you two. Getting fired up is fine, but don't overexert yourselves, okay?
Okay.
I can't wait to get the tournament.
This way.
Well then, instructor, I'll do my very best in there.
You take care, milady. Like always, I'll be awaiting your sure return.